Hello everyone. We have started to see Module 5th Group Discussion. Group discussion is an oral communication situation in which a small number of people meet and discuss an issue elaborately to arrive at a final decision or maybe opinion. So, in it, we have seen how to initiate the group discussion, how to invite comments or opinions. Then we have seen expressing agreement, disagreement, and we have also seen how to intervene or break into the group discussion. Now, in this lecture, we will see fifth topic in this module or talk in group discussion topic is that making suggestions or accepting or refusing suggestions means how we can suggest anything in that group discussion. Group discussion involves exchange of views, thoughts, and suggestions. This all we know. In the course of time, you may not like someone's views and opinions, and you would like to make counter proposals. Sometimes you accept the suggestions made by others, but you may have doubts. You have to express your objections politely and seek clarification. So, in group discussion, there may be a situation how you would like to make a counter proposal means totally opposite view you want to present, or sometime you are agree with the suggestion but you have doubt or other various situation, but we have to express these objections politely and then we have to seek clarification for them. So on such occasions, we have to use expressions like here they have discussed on the group discussion topic, examination pattern, annual examination pattern, or semester examination pattern. So here they have given examples. We will see first making suggestion. Here, let's see. Actually, this is the part of the group discussion, and they have just here shown how we can express. Making suggestion. I would like to suggest that semester system of examination should be stopped and annual pattern of examination should be reintroduced. Here you can see that I would like to suggest that by mentioning it, he is making suggestion. Now let's see another expression, that is the conditional acceptance. Your suggestion is worth considering, but there must be some alternative to reduce the burden of entire syllabus. Now we all know if the semester pattern is changed and it will be again become annual, then we will have burden of syllabus. So that member is mentioning that point. But let's see how he mentioned that. Your suggestion is worth considering, but there must be. So in this way, he have accepted, but have put he had put one condition, but there must be. So in any kind of a group discussion, we can suggest like this, I would like to suggest, or we can accept, and by putting but we should mention our condition. Now let's see how he refused it in refusal. That is absolutely a wrong idea. The semester system, introduced by University Grant Commission and implemented by state universities. So here he is totally against the idea of the annual examination pattern, and he is saying that The semester system is introduced by UGC and implemented by state universities. So here he has refused, means he is not totally agree. In first, in making suggestion, he have just suggested. Another participant said suggested, but mentioned one query, and here third one is totally against it. Now some are raising objections. How we can raise the objections? Let's see example. Are you sure that all colleges will conduct internal examinations? And what about ensuring of quality? So this problem also be considerable in the annual examination pattern. So raising objection is also important. Here expression hesitation. Last here another expressing hesitation means he is hesitated by both side comments. So what he said, well, I'm in two minds really. I am not sure if within the first semester 50% syllabus can be covered. So his opinion is totally different and he is hesitated by same both pattern. So here we have seen how making suggestion, conditional acceptance, refusal, raising objection, expressing hesitations. These are examples given here. Now let's see next point. Commenting on the attitudes of the others. In daily life, many occasions we have to express our attitude for others. In the same way, in a group discussion also, group members also express their attitudes for others. Here are some examples. Let's see. I think your attitude towards our family and family members is reflected in your statement. In my view, your attitude towards politics is a pessimistic. Well, you need not be impatient about the college gathering we are going to conduct in next month. Look, your idea is fine, but it is too costly to purchase separate tabs for each girl. I don't think you will get response from those who believe blindly. So here, these all have comments about attitude of the others. In each statement here, you can see in these statements, they have spoken about the attitude of the others. Means how his that speaking person's attitude look like. But you will observe here, this all is spoken here is very politely. Now next, let's see. So now next point is that presenting different alternatives or solutions to a problem. Let's see the problem. How to prevent dropout rate of girls in rural colleges. One remedy is the consulting parents and girls for importance of education, and second is to introduce different value-added course. Problem and alternative solution is given here. One solution to this problem is to establish students' aid fund to help the poor and needy girls to make them continue their higher education. So they have mentioned problem and the solution for that problem. Another problem, girls and women becoming insecure in big cities in India. The best solution on it is to fix CCTV cameras at important places to watch the criminals. Besides, it is necessary to censor frankness of women in TV serials, movies, and at public places. One remedy for it is that criminals should get severe punishment so that they won't be dare to do this. So here they have mentioned problem and the solution for this. Now last point of this group discussion, that is the summing up. Every group discussion must be comes to a last point, that is the summing up. An attractive beginning and appropriate end are important tools of each activity. Means good starting and good ending are important in every activity. Any discussion has to come and end. In the end of a group discussion, you have to sum up. While summing it up, You have to take up main points, remarks, views, opinions, agreements, disagreements, suggestions, etc. made by the members of the group briefly. So we have to cover all these points while we summing up. These are main points, remarks, views, opinions, agreements, disagreements, suggestions. All we have to include the last at the last of the group discussion, and we have to end the group discussion. Let's see some expressions for the summing up the discussion. Gentlemen, excuse me, but the time allotted to us is almost over. Let us sum up the main points made by you. This is the one example. Okay, friends, let's me conclude this session. Or thank you, gentlemen. Now it's a time to conclude the discussion. So here are some ways they have mentioned. Let me conclude this session. Allotted time is almost over. Excuse me by saying excuse. So how to sum up? Let's see this example here. All right then. Let me conclude this discussion. All friends discussed the topic entitled Non-Vehicle Day in a week in our college. Mrs. Nimker has pointed out the rising higher prices of fuel day by day. Mr. Nilesh Patil has pointed out the importance of using cycle and public transport in a week. Mr. Sawan insisted that the students should use cycles daily for their safety and physical fitness. Mr. Desai objected to Mr. Sawan's opinion, pointing out that each and every student can't purchase cycles. Thank you, friends. Let me conclude this session. So here you can see how he have the how we can conclude. So he has all right then, and let me conclude this discussion means by saying that he has taken permission. So then he mentioned the topic non-vehicle day. Then he mentioned point raised by Mrs. Nimkar, then Nilesh Patil's point, then Mr. Sawan's point. Mr. Sawan insisted that the students should use cycles daily for their safety, and Mr. Desai objected that point. So here we can see that total group discussion is briefed at the last in summing up. So here our topic group discussion comes to an end. We will stop here. Thank you.